That was one thing Graven had always taught me. Trust no one on Vic's listen. No one. "Hurry up!" Kilzer barked from his seat in the hover vehicle. "I want to get there before sunset." I picked up the pace, and Riven's little legs moved double time to keep up with my strides. After sliding into the back of the hover vehicle, I settled Riven into my lap. There were no seatbelts, and Kilzer's Plycan bodyguards drove like they had a death wish. I locked my arms around her small blue body and pressed a kiss to the side of her head. She let out a small giggle and squirmed into a comfortable position. She often slept in the vehicles, lulled by the vibrations, but I couldn't let myself join her in dreamland. In her small arms, she clutched a plushie I'd sewn long ago, made of fabric scraps and stuffed with an old t-shirt of mine. The poor excuse for a bear was the only gift I'd ever been able to give her, and she loved the thing. It hadn't been attractive to begin with. My sewing skills left much to be desired, and the buttons for its eyes had long been lost. But Teddy was Riven's best friend. It wasn't the most inventive name, but when I'd described to Riven I had tried to make her a stuffed animal called a teddy bear, she'd been adamant on the name. One ear had been torn off, and the other was discolored, where Riven had sucked on it for comfort. She had grown out of that now, but Teddy still bore the marks. I patted him on the head. "Is Teddy excited for the trip?" "He can't talk, Sibby," she said with an exasperated eye roll. I smiled, even as a pang hit my heart. She was at that age where she was still a child, but was very much trying to be a grown-up. Every time she acted mature, it nearly took my breath away. She would certainly be taller than me. She already came up to my chest at about 5 cycles old. I wasn't sure what we'd do then. She was easy to hide now, but when she was an adult, not so much. I didn't want to think about how I'd protect a full-grown Drixonian human hybrid female. I sighed as the vehicle lifted from the ground and began to speed over the sand. We were on our way to a pleasure house on the far side of the planet, which he visited every 10 cycles. I'd never been, as Kilzer had bought me about 8 cycles ago.